Indian-American entrepreneur Vivek Ramaswamy has announced his decision to step down from the 2024 Republican presidential race. The decision comes on the heels of a disappointing finish in the Iowa caucuses, where Ramaswamy found himself trailing in a distant fourth position with just 7% of the votes. This unexpected move follows a series of challenges faced by Ramaswamy throughout his presidential bid. From controversies sparked during debates to criticisms from fellow candidates, the journey for the 38-year-old biotech entrepreneur has been nothing short of tumultuous. The announcement of Vivek Ramaswamy's withdrawal from the 2024 Republican presidential race sent shockwaves through the political landscape. Despite an initial surge of interest in this political newcomer, his campaign faced numerous challenges, ultimately leading to his decision to step aside. One key factor in his decision was the disappointing outcome in the Iowa caucuses, where he secured only 7% of the votes, placing him in a distant fourth position.
Now, this is a campaign founded on speaking the truth, not just when it's easy, but when it's hard. Not just to the Democrats, but to our own side. And not just to other campaigns and candidacies, but to ours. And so I will stick to the truth tonight. The first hard truth, and this one's hard for me, I gotta admit this. But we've looked at it every which way, and I think it is true that we did not achieve the surprise that we wanted to deliver tonight. And I think that that's just a hard fact that we're going to have to accept as a campaign. And the question then is, what do we do that is right for our country? And so Purv and I, we actually didn't make this contingency plan before everybody told us to. We said, no, we're not doing that. But we talked about it tonight. We took a little bit of time in our apartment in Des Moines before coming here to make some hard choices. And I wanted to make a couple of announcements tonight to get the business out of the way. And then I want to tell you where we're going. As of this moment, we are going to suspend this presidential campaign. And this is going to have to be, there is no path for me to be the next president absent things that we don't want to see happen in this country. And I think that I am very worried for our country. I think we are skating on thin ice as a nation. We have done everything in our part to make, and done, every one of us in this room has done our part to save this country. And I am so proud of every one of you who have lifted us up. But we're a campaign founded on the truth. And so that's why we've made that decision today. And I'm also making the decision that this has to be an America First candidate in that White House. As I've said since the beginning, there are two America First candidates in this race. And earlier tonight, I called Donald Trump to tell him that I congratulated him on his victory. And now going forward, he will have my full endorsement for the presidency. And I think we're going to do the right thing for this country. And so I'm going to ask you to follow me in taking our America First movement to the next level. It did not begin in 2016. It began in 1776.
Ramaswamy had entered the race with a promise to bring a fresh perspective to the Republican Party. However, his attempts to align himself closely with former President Donald Trump, despite lacking political experience, raised eyebrows among both party insiders and voters. Throughout the campaign, Ramaswamy's extreme right-wing views and his emulation of Trump's political playbook became notable aspects of his candidacy. While he positioned himself as a disruptor within the Republican Party, critics argued that his lack of political finesse and experience hindered his ability to resonate with a broader base. The decision to endorse Trump, despite the former president's divisive reputation, further raised questions about the trajectory of Ramaswamy's campaign. The move appeared to be an acknowledgement of the dominance of Trump within the Republican Party and a strategic pivot to align with the frontrunner. As Ramaswamy steps back from the race, his brief yet eventful foray into presidential politics leaves behind a narrative of a candidate who sought to navigate the complexities of the political arena but ultimately faced challenges that proved insurmountable. His endorsement of Trump adds an intriguing twist to the evolving dynamics within the Republican primary. setting the stage for further developments as the party seeks a candidate to lead them into the 2024 presidential election. In an exclusive interview with Fox News' Maria Bartiromo, Ramaswamy emphatically stated that he's not a Plan B person. Ramaswamy, a self-made entrepreneur, declared, "I'm 38 years old, and I've founded multiple multi-billion-dollar companies. We're blessed with the American dream to self-finance and lift this campaign up. I didn't get here to be anyone's second choice." Expressing confidence, he asserted, "I'm actually confident we're going to over-deliver massively at the Iowa caucus." Despite losing momentum, Ramaswamy remains resolute about his candidacy. As Ramaswamy maintains his focus on the primary, the GOP landscape is heating up. Former President Donald Trump, the presumed frontrunner, has opted out of RNC's debates. Speculations about running mates intensify, with Trump reportedly considering his former UN ambassador, Nikki Haley. In a quest for a strong running mate, Trump is evaluating candidates who can influence swing states crucial for victory. While Ron DeSantis unequivocally rejected the VP role, tensions rise within the GOP. In a surprising turn of events from the campaign trail, Vivek Ramaswamy, the Indian-American entrepreneur and former Republican presidential hopeful, made waves by integrating his Hindu faith and traditional family values into his campaign before suspending it. Let's delve into the details. In a past address at the Family Leader Forum, Ramaswamy highlighted the significance of his Hindu faith and traditional family values, emphasizing their role in shaping his aspirations. Months before he decided to suspend his campaign, Ramaswamy expressed, "My faith is what gives me my freedom. I am a Hindu. I believe there is one true God, and my faith teaches us that we have a duty, a moral duty, to realize our purpose." Raised in a traditional household, Ramaswamy shared the values instilled by his parents. He emphasized the importance of family as the foundation, respect for parents, sacredness of marriage, abstinence before marriage, and the wrongness of adultery. But Ramaswamy went beyond personal beliefs. He saw Hindu and Christian faiths as shared values that could make a significant impact on the nation's direction. Calling Hindu and Christian faiths shared values of God, Ramaswamy aimed to make faith, family, hard work, and patriotism cool again in the U.S. before his unexpected departure from the presidential race. His campaign faced challenges, and in July, he faced religious targeting, with August bringing racist comments. Despite these challenges, Ramaswamy remained steadfast in promoting the values he believed in until he suspended his campaign. As Ramaswamy's campaign progressed, critics labeled it a vanity project, suggesting that it had become more about personal ambitions than a genuine bid for the presidency. The article highlights how his continued presence in the race could potentially diffuse Republican support for more viable candidates. Ramaswamy, recognized for his disruptive approach, took center stage during the many debates as he faced off against notable Republican contenders like Nikki Haley, Ron DeSantis, and Chris Christie. Known for his unapologetic demeanor, Ramaswamy didn't shy away from intense exchanges. He targeted Haley on issues ranging from China to social media, branding her as one who caves to external pressures. Ramaswamy carved a distinct niche with his policy positions. Unlike the mainstream candidates, he advocated for a less prominent U.S. role in the Israel-Hamas conflict, emphasizing a pro-American and pro-Israel approach. Despite facing criticism, Ramaswamy's performance underscored his disruptive presence in the Republican primary race. His unyielding style and unique policy stances continued to set him apart. The journey that began with promise and intrigue now concludes with Ramaswamy bowing out of the race. The controversies, clashes, and criticisms have painted a vivid picture of a campaign that struggled to gain traction and faced challenges at every turn. As the spotlight dims on Vivek Ramaswamy's presidential aspirations, the political landscape shifts once again, leaving the Republican field to forge ahead without this interesting candidate who, in the end, found the presidential race more formidable than anticipated. That's all we have for today. What do you think about Vivek Ramaswamy's campaign? Did he have good values and ideas? Let us know by leaving a comment down below and telling us what you think. If you haven't, leave a like and subscribe to help support us. Thanks for watching.